Hey beautiful people, my name is Tim Lee. Welcome to Draw Too Much here in Legacy Studio. I hope that you're having a good day. I'm excited to show you this drawing of Thomas Bragg from Seek Discomfort and Yes Theory. Such a great bunch of videos these guys make, and I'm looking forward to showing you this drawing that I did and maybe doing a little bit of walkthrough on how it was done. In saying that I want to try something here on the channel, I feel like I'm starting fresh. It's been about a year since I've gotten on here and done any drawings. I'm still heavily involved in my channel Legacy Studio, where I'm playing games, Dorka, where I'm making music, and Rocky Mountain Collective, where I'm doing stand-up comedy. I am heavily involved in so many different areas of YouTube. I want to bring back Draw Too Much, and I've tried this so many times. This time is different because I'm realizing I've made a really big mistake in my life. And that is that I've always said I want to make so much money that I can throw my money at someone and bless them in a way that they weren't expecting. Well, let's just say that hasn't happened. And I'm very thankful where I am in my life. Life is good, but even I go through hardships. Even people who say that they're in a good way are still going through some really amazing hardships that you would hate to think about. Well, there is one thing I can do. I can bless people with a caricature and a cartoon. I can bless people by even sharing their story on the internet. I'm good at storytelling. I'm good at editing. I'm good at making videos. And so what I would like you to do in the comments below, please share someone in your life that you know deserves to have their heart touched a little bit. Maybe they're going through a lot. Medical. Maybe they have just any kind of issue right now where they've just been hit with so much, and yet they don't deserve that. Because good people get hit in so many negative ways, and I want to be able to take my art and bless people back. It just makes sense. It makes sense. I tried making money, and I can make a bit of money doing artwork, and it's great, but I need to be blessing more people. So I want to try this. Please share their stories down below. Make sure to keep them clean as much as humanly possible. And if so, I will contact you, reach out to you, and we'll find a way to do it. If you have an Instagram handle, then by all means add that into your post. That way I can reach out to you on Instagram. And let's have more of a conversation about how we can bless people in our lives. This is not about us. This is about the people that we love and that deserve more than they're getting right now in this time. Okay? Alright, I just want to try it and see if there's something positive that I can do with this channel. I've always said that if I succeed, it's because God had his hand in it, and I believe very firmly that God is always directing us to go down a certain path that he has for us, and my paths have been taking a lot of turns recently, and I want to try to find more ways for God to utilize me in this very messed up world that we have. Okay, in saying that, here is Thomas Bragg, my caricature of him, a little behind-the-scenes walkthrough of it as we do this. I hope that you enjoy it. Hey, as we get this sketch going here, let me know if you enjoy just the audio of my voice and a zoom in of the Clip Studio Paint Pro, or if you also like seeing my face. And do you like seeing my face? Just let me know. Started my sketches after watching about 20 episodes of Yes Theory and, of course, Seeking Discomfort. Subscribe to both their channels. They do awesome work. And I just wanted to start with a couple thumbnails. If you watch the Proco videos, they do an amazing job talking about trying many, many different thumbnails. And after I did my first thumbnail, seeing that I had a rough likeness of him, I went for a second one and went a little bit more intense in the style. Now, one thing also that I learned, I'm going to be going back to the Proco content quite a bit as I'm telling you about this, so maybe consider checking that out, is I created my own form of theory of measurement for the face, and you'll see that here in just a second. I've been such a rule follower, it's been very interesting to break those rules and try my own vibe of trying to find balance from one side of the face to the other to make sure that it's all in proportion with itself. And so you're going to see that here in just a second as I start the next part of the sketch. Everything's going to be in circles and in generic shapes, and really just try to fill in the face and make sure that it's obviously round. Now you'll notice that it immediately starts losing likeness, and like they say in the Proco videos, don't worry about the likeness in this stage. You're simply just trying to check to make sure that everything, all the planes of the face are equal on both sides, and that everything is just meeting that that quality that you're looking for, which I haven't done for most of my career as an artist, and now that I'm doing that, I'm kind of really enjoying the process. It does make my caricatures take a lot longer, but I also feel like the likeness comes in more because I'm doing these theories. And don't forget, the more lines you add to a person's face, the more it ages them. So the first thing I wanted to remind myself of as I continued this sketch is not to give up yet, because he looks old, all right, obviously too old. Well, no, right now I just simply have those markings there to tell me if everything is correct. Did I put his cheeks in the same place? And did I follow through with all that? So once I had the generic sketch of all this done, you'll see then I go back over it again, and I think this will be the third or fourth time overall. I think I did about 4 to 5 different sketches, and I didn't even ink it. I literally just kind of went pencil on this full caricature. Now you're going to see in this video that we only went as far as the sketch and finalizing the sketch. In the next video, we'll start looking at color, because I tried 2 different kinds of color theories, and I just went with my old favorite, and you'll see that in the next video that we do on this. All right, so here's the next sketch. Now I'm going to try and find more of the likeness. Going to be looking at more of the features of his face, really try to refine the tones now, and really try to bring him back out of the caricature, looking at the size of his eyebrows, looking at the size of his nose. Where do his nostrils point up or down? How much of a bridge of the nose does he have? Are his cheeks sharp? Are they, is his jaw sharp or not? And now I'm going ahead and attempting to build the likeness back up. And by the way, I did find his mustache and his beard really helped me find his likeness in the image that I was using. And remember, I wasn't using a reference photo. I was simply drawing from all the different videos that I was watching of him. So in all those different videos, he looked different every single time. And I just went with a look that I thought looked like him in a lot of the adventures that he was taking. I also wanted to give him that look like he was maybe in Afghanistan or on a train in the middle of nowhere, like some of his journeys were. So that's why I wrapped him in a bit of a turban around his neck and gave him a Seek Discomfort shirt. The next thing I wanted to do was alter the face with a warp and try and stretch it, elongate it just slightly. So I separated the 2 layers and simply erased off of one layer the things I didn't need, and then kept them on the secondary layer. And you'll see I just took the warping tool and just kind of stretched out his face just a little bit longer, which really immediately began bringing in his likeness. Now we move in with the final sketch. Now, you can call this inking, but I used a pencil for this. I just really wanted to... I just wanted to have fun with this. If I was really overly focused, then I would have gotten very detailed in my inking like I did with Markiplier. And this one, I just really enjoyed the final look of this once I was done with the inking / penciling, and I just left it that way. And I thought, okay, well, I want to try and add the colors to this after the fact. So you'll see at the end of this video, I'll flash up the final illustration that I did, and then we'll come back in the next video and I'll walk through some of my coloring process that I did. It's basically the same as Markiplier's, but at the same time, I know you guys like that walkthrough and that little talk through on what I did for each individual piece. I wanted to keep those jaws nice and sharp in comparison to the roundness of the face that I was getting before I stretched the face out. I do feel like this still holds that caricature look that I like, where it is an exaggerated form. His nose is not that long, but it still holds that form that still keeps his likeness in there. I was very, very pleased with the final cut. Like I said, guys, if you haven't checked out Yes Theory or Seek Discovery, it's a great channel. They do have some foul language and things like that on there. I'm sure they cover some topics that may be questionable in nature for kids, so just be aware of that. I am a Christian, so I am hyper aware of those sort of things in comparison to just go watch the video. I just know what you're walking into, but the content is fabulous. It's incredible stuff, and they're doing incredible things, and that's one of the reasons why I come back to you guys and I say, hey, let's try that ourselves. Let's give away some caricatures to people who really need them in their time of trouble. And I was inspired by Yes Theory, I won't lie. They do some really amazing stuff. Well, we're coming to the end of this caricature, so I hope that you enjoyed it. We'll flash up that final color here in just a second. And I just want to thank you so very much for enjoying this video. And also, thank you for waiting a year for me to pop back in. I'm not sure how often I'll be uploading, but I will definitely be uploading as often as possible amongst all my other videos. Please go check out my other channels as well. Legacy Studio, where I play games and review tech. Rocky Mountain Collective, where I do stand-up comedy. And Dorka, where I play music. And here on Draw Too Much. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one.